The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. Our passion transforms a community that sees all things new. I'm Dommenic Maluklog.
And I am Asher Boso, streaming live from Calbayog City, Samar. You're now watching Balay Buhay Sama Na-Samar,
Season 1.
Episode 11.
Maupay na kulog mga ka-TNC. Kumu
Pagselebrar sa Aton, gintatawag na Araw ng Kagitingan. Yana ngay kanoy bisan Abril pag-uupdan kit. San usa nga makusgon ngan waray kahadlok nga babaye nga nagpapakita. San kalidad san usa nga bayani.
Usa ini siya nga may abilidad, may kapas, baltok ngan malampuson nga tawo. Nakaupod na naton siya sa naglabay nga episode dinhi sa TNC, Balay Buhay Sama Na-Samar.
Yana iba na liwatan aton paghaharampangan. Dayon kit ngan mahibaro san iya ka maisog pag-atubang san nanuman na bagyo an umabot.
Makakaupod naton siya san ika-11 nga episode san TNC Balay Buhay Sama Na-Samar. Waray iba, Dr. Catherine Rodriguez.
Welcome to the program, Ma'am Kath.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me once again. Ikaduha ko na ini. I hope di pa ka nasusuman sa akon. Hello everyone.
Ma'am Kath, nano po ang roles and extension services sa NWSSU? Labi na yan na nga nagtitikang na ang face-to-face classes.
Okay, medyo maluya dahil mo audio, Ashley. But I think I'm able to get your question. Oo nga, medyo humina yung microphone mo. Parang you're asking me about the extension services of the university, especially so that we are about to start with the face-to-face classes. So the extension
Yes,
services.
Dr. Kath.
All right. Can I first give you the overview of the extension services of the university so that you will have an idea as to why is it not really directed towards student services? As you
Sure, ma'am,
all,
sure.
As you all know, the university is mandated to 4 functions. They are equally mandated functions. You have instruction, then research, then extension, and production. They are so interrelated that one cannot exist without the other, some sort. So it should have a synergy of all the four functions. And yet, despite of the synergy and the relatedness of all these functions, meron kaming kanya-kanyang kumbaga independent na mga services that we provide for the clientele or particularly our stakeholders. And for my office, because I am the director of the extension services, I'm managing the extension programs and projects of the university to which they are downloaded or cascaded to the different colleges of the university. Ang talagang main purpose of this extension service is not primarily directed to the students. Okay, just to make this clear. Kasi when it comes to student services, it is the student services and the academic division that take care of these programs for the benefit of the students. Nevertheless, we come up with programs and projects that also benefit somehow the students in a way that they are also part of the community. So parang ganun. But we target communities, not specifically students. So once we deliver these programs and projects to the communities, say for example, literacy program in the College of Education, nagkaka-benefit ang mga estudyante dito. But the question is, what specific or particular program or extension service are we now implementing in relation to the conduct of the face-to-face classes, di ba? Yun ang question. There is no direct project that we are now handling that is really very related to the conduct of the face-to-face classes. Kasi nga, yun yung sinasabi ko, hindi kami pang-academic. No? Pero we have come up with projects na somehow nakapag-contribute kami in the minimization to reduce the impact of the COVID-19 effects to the lives of the students. Say, for example, the implementation of the QR code system, the tracking system of the students whenever they are outside of their homes or residences. Isa yan sa mga na-contribute ng extension service, the coming up of the system of the QR code in tracing and tracking the whereabouts of the students so that whenever there is this possibility of transmission of the COVID-19, they can be easily tracked. So isa yon sa mga naging programs ng extension services. While at the same time, nagkaroon din ng mga programs intended for students on the literacy side naman, like holding online or webinar sessions intending to develop and improve the skills of the students in many areas, specifically in the College of Management. So dahil hindi nga pwede ang face-to-face classes, so we have implemented series of webinar trainings to hone the skills of the students, particularly, for example, on front desk operations, housekeeping, business, entrepreneurship or entrepreneurial skills. Ganon, nagbigay kami ng mga different trainings for the students in the past 2 years of the pandemic.
In connection po ma'am to the first question, before
Yes.
po before po ma-benefits ang mga students, ito nga magkadurodilain nga services coming from the extension po. Nano po ma'am ang magkadurodilain nga proseso po? Para po ma-enlighten atong mga Norwegians nga nanihiling yan.
On the extension services.
Yes ma'am.
The processes on the extension services. Okay. So again, as I've said, it is a mandated function. And therefore, every year, a school year, we have to set targets first. So the targets are also anchored in what we call requirements coming from the national government, which is downloaded practically in the SUC leveling I don't know if these terms are familiar with you, pero ito yung mga technical na ginagawa namin. So may mga requirements or set of criteria that the national government has set for us to comply in terms of providing extension programs and services of the university. One of which is what we call the SUC leveling targets, of which kailangan naming ma-reach a certain number of participants that we have to train, ganon. Then number of adapters in terms of technology, utilization of technology, ganon. And then internal rate of return and return of investments of some projects that are geared towards economic development of the communities. So ito yung mga targets namin. And then once these are set in a year, we have to cascade that to the different colleges based or vis-a-vis their expertise or areas of specialization. So for example, if the program is geared towards agricultural development, binibigay namin doon sa College of Agriculture. Okay? So kung literacy naman yan, dito sa education, kung information technology, and so on and so forth. And then once they receive these targets from their end, they have to come up with an operational plan. So in the operational plan, they come up with a specific time frame and identified certain areas in the city or in the province of Samar of which they could give the intervention. So once they are able to identify that through the training needs assessment, that is the time that they prepare a proposal. And so once the proposal is made, they have to identify also some conduits or partners in the implementation, since you are also are aware that the university is not financially well, what is this? Hindi siya masyadong malaki ang pondo, kumbaga. So kailangan nating mag-outsource ng pundo ng ibang organizations, ibang agencies. And this is where partnerships and collaborations come in. So once there is a partnership with a certain agency organization, we have to come up with a memorandum of agreement, and the proposal is submitted for an in-house review by the panel of experts to peruse the visibility, the viability, and the relevance of the project, okay, based on the objective set. Once the proposal is approved, that is now the time that it has to be forwarded or endorsed by the Research and Extension Council, of which I am a member. And then once it is endorsed by the Research and Extension Council, it has to go through the approval of the Board of Regents. And once there is a stamp from the Board of Regents, that is now the final signal that we will have to start implementing the project in the ground or in the community level through a special order provided to the faculty members involved in the implementation of a certain program. That's usually the process that we do. And during the implementation, we have to monitor the progress, the status of the project implementation. And once it's finished, it has to be turned over to the community, and a terminal report will be made and will be distributed and disseminated to the stakeholders.
And related as well to the second question, ma'am, are there plans that your office is eyeing for the upcoming academic year, 2022-2023?
I believe so. Much as I would like to impose something, as projects for the conduct of the face-to-face classes, usually our approach is always bottoms up. So once there is no express need coming from the communities, then we do not impose anything. However, as we deemed it necessary, if it is really very necessary for us to introduce only, or to sell, we call it selling, the concept of the project to the communities for them to also consider, then that would be also a welcome idea. But again, as I've said, there are already efforts coming from the different colleges as to how they will be able to extend assistance to the students, in terms of the conduct of face-to-face classes. But if you're asking me of direct intervention to the students, for example, by providing them resources for them to cope with the online or virtual education, for example, with their stay, for example, in the university during that period where there are restrictions and everything. No, parang wala pa kaming concrete plans for that. However, it is a welcome idea that maybe I can bring up to the college extension coordinators for them to consider as a proposal for the upcoming face-to-face classes.
Saya na po, Ma'am Kath. Nagtutudlo ka pa po. Tapos, nano po ang transition tigang sa online face-to-face na delivery po? Mode of
Okay,
delivery.
as far as I know, because I am also a faculty member, aside from being an extension director, I am also updated, to the things that are going on in the academic division. As far as I know, the faculty members have already been given the instruction. Particularly, there are committees that have been formed, and certain chairpersons are assigned to be responsible in the compliance of the safety seal. No, we call it the safety seal, to ensure that all requirements that are stipulated by the Commission on Higher Education in the conduct of the face-to-face classes are complied, 100%. So this means to say that we have to install, for example, certain facilities inside the university, like the provision of alcohol in certain strategic areas, then the exits and entrances of the students, then the, I don't know how do you call that, the division of the chairs with all these glasses and everything. So these are already in the pipeline for installation and putting, particularly setting up in the different rooms of the university. So these are just but some of the plans of the university in relation to the conduct of the face-to-face classes. While we are also advised, although there is already the plan of holding the face-to-face classes in the next semester, we are still given the leeway, to have still a blended learning. So when you say blended learning, it's not just pure face-to-face or in-person classes, but we can also opt to give some time for the students to do their requirements and other academic related activities online or virtual. So still synchronous and asynchronous mode of instruction.
Sining pa nga ni Ash dire gud harumamay nga usa nga faculty member nga may adapaging kakaptan nga position sa dako nga university. Ma'am Kath, nano po nga mga challenges or obstacles po ang imo na-encounter along the process sa imo pag-implementar sini na mga services nga iyo ginpo-provide?
Oh, challenges la gidada mo eh. The first is, I think, number one in the list is the commitment of the faculty members. And in terms of prioritization, remember, we are functioning for areas. And, isa lang yung katawan namin. So, we are torn by so many lovers, kumbaga. We have to do instruction. We have to do research. We still have to do extension. And at the same time, we need to produce something. No, production means we need to produce intellectual, academic related materials like brochure, manuals, for example, worksheets, mga textbooks, for example. Yun ang mandate sa amin. Kaya lang sa dami ng ginagawa namin. And you are all aware because you are students there. So nahihirapan talaga kaming i-balance yung oras namin. So in terms of prioritization, that's one challenge. Nandun pa yung commitment. Kasi ang commitment sa extension, mahalagang aspeto yan dahil pag wala kang puso dun sa ginagawa mo at lulubog ka sa community, then your work will be nothing. It's meaningless. No, so you have to put your heart into it kasi hindi madali ang pumunta sa community at makita mo yung totoong buhay nila. Okay, so you really have to have a strong heart, to be with them, to immerse with them, live with them if necessary, and then come up with programs that will really improve their lives and their welfare. So kung wala kang ganung puso, mahirap sa extension. And only very few, honestly and admittedly, have that kind of commitment in the university. So that's really a challenge on my part. Then the third, I think, is resources. So lahat na to, pera, facilities, equipment, and all these things that we are asking from the administration so that, we can fully implement efficiently and effectively the programs. Kasi whether we like it or not, kailangan talaga ng pera, 'di ba? Kailangan ng mga supplies, kailangan ng mga materials, no? Kahit mag-meeting ka sa community, kailangan mong pakainin niya kasi they have to survive every day. And so when they sit down and listen to you, they cannot work anymore and they are just surviving in an everyday basis. So kapag kinuha mo yung oras nila, kailangan bayaran mo sila kahit hindi sa pamamagitan ng pera but food. For example, so we have to provide food. So if there's no money and there are no sufficient funds to support all this, we really cannot implement so much. So these are the challenges that I'm facing now in terms of my office.
Thank you so much, Dr. Catherine. We will get back to you after our break.
Stay tuned mga ka-TNC.
Welcome to Strata Results, where we take a partnership approach to ensuring that your business processes, chosen technology, people and information are aligned to support your business. Strata Results, partnering for your success.
Social media can be overwhelming for entrepreneurs and business owners, and Alan actually struggles with daily content that converts sales. But don't fret. Rise Up Creatives Worldwide is here to help you with daily customizable captions, exclusive photos, and an easy-to-use design studio, all in one digital platform. Plus, monthly masterclasses to help you grow your business with just 5 minutes of investment each day. Join us today. It's time to rise up and be creative.
And we're back mga ka-TNC. Once again, I am Asher Boso.
And I am Dommenic Maluklok.
This is Balay
Buhay Sama
Na-Samar.
Let's welcome once again Dr. Catherine Rodriguez.
Bilang usa na successful educator nga nakahatag sa inspirasyon sa mga estudyante sa henerasyon, nano pa po Ma'am Kath nimo mga goals?
Akon personal goals
Yes po.
or work-related goals. Work-related goals damo pa. Pero personal goals bagagutin nala. Tikahuman na ngayon siya dire. For work-related goals, I want our university, this is my vision, that our university would be one of those universities that really excel, no, in terms of the performance of the students, na we are up par with other big universities in this country. We have started already with the College of Education having one of our top board passers in the LEP, and I believe Dommenic will be one next time when he takes
Kahadlok, ma'am.
board exam.
Ka-pressure.
Nila, kaya na ito. And then
Ito ni Doms.
yes, and we will be self-sufficient as a university, not too much depending coming from the support coming from the national government, kasi we are also mandated to have our own income generation project. So para maka-accommodate kita mas damo-damo nga estudyante kasi kaluoy talaga san those that are displaced, no, because of the admission requirements. I really have a heart for them, but then because of the limited funds that is downloaded by the national government to the school, we could not do otherwise but to limit the enrollment. And this is really a dilemma on the part of the managed or the administration and even the faculty members. You know how much we would like to accommodate, as many as we would like to accommodate students. There is only a limit for us to do such. Kaya I am hoping that all these things really will be resolved someday para makatagamtam naman liwat ang iba nga angay talaga makatagamtam for very affordable tertiary education and yet quality, di ba? Yun yung pinapangarap ko sa university. And then makita ko yung mga bata na nandun sa billboards. They are top ranking passers of the different board examinations. Yun lang ang gusto kong mangyari talaga sa ating school. Now, sa personal goal, I have already reached a certain point where the only thing that is in my mind is for my children to really be stable and have their own jobs maybe. I am only having one kid now who is to finish her nursing course. The other two are already graduates. So, ito nala ako. Tapos once mahuman na siya, bisan mag-retire na, I'm already, somehow, I'm content with what I have now. So, travel guti ay, no? Iton. So, medyo may bisyo guti ay nga mga vanity and all these things as, you know, a woman desires sometimes. Pero actually, ito nang klipayan, waray na iba. No? So, I don't dream more of having that mansion and that, ano, for as long as I live my life to the fullest, it's enough for me.
Dr. Kath, sa ring pangani, antes ko nimo ma-attain and magkadrodilain nga milestones sa imo kinabuhi, naagi kaanay san sinisiring nga defeats or failures.
Yes.
Ma'am, naka-experience ka na ba san sinisiring nga defeat or failure nga umabot ang time nga karoyog mo na mag-give up? Nga nano po ang imo ginhimo nga ma-overcome ini nga challenge sa imo kinabuhi?
Oh my God, kamakatatanis man sana. If only, no, you know that my life, pwede siya maalaala mo kaya. Kung isurat ko, maaalala.
Angay ito niya na Ma'am Kat sa natong celebrate yan ang araw ng Kagitingan. It's not just about for men. Correct, ma'am.
Yeah, nakasurvive despite all the odds. No, because the odds were always in my favor. So, yes, I have encountered so many, countless defeats, failures, challenges, obstacles for me to reach at this point in my life. Di rin sugad sinikadalian akong ginagyan. I already have told you, no, a part of it during the first interview. And kakurigyakan. Basta damo itong siya ora-ora. Personal pati work. Sa work, I tried applying once in the university. Take note, it's not only a one-shot interview or a one-shot application in the university. I did it twice before I was taken. No? So, if only I have given up during that time na nag-fail up, no? Na what I admit, then I am not supposed to be here, no, teaching in the university. But then I didn't give up. Instead, no, it gave me that kind of, you know, adrenaline to boost my morale, no, my self-esteem that Kathy, you're good. No, it's just something that hindi lang nagkaroon ng timing kung bakit hindi ka nabigyan ng pwesto. So, the next time around, I did better, no? And then nakita naman siguro ng school yung potential ko. That's why finally they have taken me in. So yung question mo na ano ang pwede kong mai-advise doon sa mga nakaka-experience ng depression, ng failure? One, think of someone which you will make it as your motivation. Somebody that will really drive you. Kasi umabot na rin ako sa punto na So I'm sorry, Lord, but I said to myself, this is enough. I think I'm ready now to give up my life. Yun, umabot na ako doon sa puntong yun dahil nung pinatay yung asawa ko. No, so I was really so down that time that I could not think anymore of living. Practically, I don't like to go out of the house anymore. But then I said to myself, I still have my kids. My kids need me. So I have to go out. I have to work. I have to again live for them. Nagkatangis siya dito. That motivated me. That inspired me to get up again and rise again, despite all these things that happened in my life. And then I was able to survive and hurdle all the obstacles in my way. Ganun lang. Think of an inspiration, of a motivation. If ever you feel that you feel like giving up, your parents could be your great motivator. Your dream of becoming somebody, it could be not just someone, it could be something. So, karig kumaabot ini. So why should I give up now? This is just part of the challenge. And this even gives more flavor to it. Kay makakaistorya ka nga karasa gud man kay naagiyang ko ini and yet nakasurvive up, kaupay gistorya. No, so that's how you are going to make it through your lifetime.
I really agree with Ma'am Kath Ash. Even I myself believe that failures do not make you any less of a person.
Yeah.
We are all bound to fail, diba? We are all bound to fail. And what matters most is we always use those failures to strive harder and eventually become successful in life. Sitting pa nga ni saksan well-known nga man siya, it's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get up or you
Every
rise
time
after you
falling.
fall.
Yes, kay normal man la talaga no, may mga times talaga nga nakakakuan gid sun failure pero ana talaga sa aton pagka individual kung baano tuton himuon igkato ta sa motivation, di ba, para makabut tapan mga hingyap ta sa kinabuhi.
Kitaon tanalayan na si Ma'am Kath usa nga empowered, usa nga saying ba
Yes.
anangay gud nga adjectives na phenomenal woman sa magkadrodilain. Sa magkadrodilain nga challenges nga iya naagian sa kinabuhi. Yan ang
Artista kay
napindog siya
Pinomen.
padayon.
Sakto man gud na si Ma'am Kathy nan aton gin guest no kay Araw ng
Correct.
Kagitingan. Nakikita namon Ma'am Kath nga usa ka sa mga empowered women. Nanay mo mahatag nga advice sa mga kababayin-an nga nakaka-eksperyensya sa depresyon tungod sa failure sa education.
Sa education or sa era life? Okay, let's be specific sa education.
Education po.
My advice for these women, particularly, na they are experiencing some failures while having this shift, no, a paradigm shift in the academic landscape. Think about what you want, no? So set your vision. Not what you see or experience in the here and now, but focus on your vision. What do you want to get out from here? Yun yung dapat na focus mo, yun dapat ang attention mo, not the here and now. Okay? So kahit mahirap ngayon, say for example, you have a very poor internet connectivity, wala kang load na pambili kasi nga sakto-sakto lang yung pera nyo sa bahay sa pagkain and everything. Yeah, di ba? And then you don't have the resources online to do your research work and other requirements. Then you are restricted in going to some other places because of the limited resources that you have. Wala kang sasakyan and everything. Sabi nga, if there's a will, there's a way. Di ba? So, gawa ka ng paraan. Kaya, I'm sorry, but sometimes, whenever, no, these beggars are asking me for some, what's this? Alms outside. Tinitingnan ko muna yung tao kung mayroon ba siyang kapasidad magtrabaho. Pag wala talaga, then I give. But if nakikita ko talaga na physically he is able and adept naman to do something, why ask for money? So parang ganun yung prinsipyo ko na do something about your life. Kasi if you would just be dependent from the help and support of other people to the point that you're not doing anything to improve your life, you will be dead. You're not living, you're just simply surviving, and that is not life. So you have to do something about it. Make a way, kasi kung halimbawa wala kang load, okay? Pwede naman siguro, hindi naman physically no walang-wala ang load talaga. You can ask permission from your, kasi we are so lenient now in terms of requiring the students for submission of requirements. We are lenient. It is only a matter of talking to the teachers. Huwag mong hayaan na dahil wala kang pwedeng gawin, talagang wala kang ginawa. You can talk to your teacher. You can send a private message that, ma'am, hello ma'am, di ako nakakapag-submit ng ganito, ganyan, kasi ma'am talaga ganito, ganito. Can you please give me, ma'am, some other options for me to comply? And I believe the teacher will understand that. So it's just a matter of communicating to your teachers. Don't stop. And sabi nga ni Dommenic, it should not be a reason for you to stop. Focus on the vision. Focus on what you want to be in the future. And you will get there.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that powerful message. Tungod kay gid sa selebrar naton an sining araw ng Kagitingan, nano po imo masisiring sining selebrasyon ngan paanano ini makakahatag inspirasyon sa aton mga estudyante sining henerasyon?
Oh, karadlok mas atong pakiana. So, Araw ng Kagitingan or I think Day of Valor,
Yes,
if I
ma'am.
am not mistaken. So, or Day of Bravery and Courage. No? So, historically, mayroon itong significance, right? Kaya siya April 9 dahil nga naka-anchor ito sa ating history. But it has already given another perspective, another point of view. Araw ng Kagitingan meaning the ability to stand up for yourself, the ability to assert yourself as to who you are as a person. So in any aspects, there are so many forms of courage, people. So courage does not only come in terms of asserting yourself physically always and intellectually, advancing all your opinions, no? Despite na you are already, no, somehow over crossing the borders, no, of your limits as an individual. Kasi there are people that have also their rights. So pag masyado mo nang ina-advance yan, masyado mo nang ina-assert, baka nakakatapa ka na ng ibang tao. So hindi dapat ganun ang definition ng courage. The definition of courage should be the ability to stand up despite the odds. Okay? And there are so many strategies of doing that. Hindi kailangan lagi kang galit. Hindi kailangan laging mataas ang boses mo. Hindi kailangan lagi kang very righteous na parang feeling mo ikaw lagi ang tama. Para may advance mo tapos sabihin mo, kaisong ko good luck. No. No. There are many ways of hitting hitting the mark. Okay? And so Araw ng Kagitingan gives us the realization that this courage, no, should be translated into something that will really transform your life for the better. Okay? Courage in facing your odds in terms of your economic resources. So magtrabaho ka. Okay? Kung kailangan magtrabaho ka, kailangan para makapag-eskwela, makapag-aral. Okay? Courage in terms of facing the community, dealing with so many temptations in the community na mas karasa kung umupod sa iron mo, mag-umpiro kay, Lord, oray ak time, kada po sa kong trabaho. That's courage, no? Control yourself to all these things. Kasi if you will just simply, patuyuan mo lang ani mo kalugaringon, no? I don't think you will have a balance of everything. Okay? Maabot ang panahon, napabayaan mo na ni mo pag-eskwela. So these are forms of courage and bravery that the new generation can do, no, and living up to the idea of Araw ng Kagitingan. Yun.
Ma'am Kat, nano po yung maging mensahe para sa itong mga kabataan nga mag-enroll sa 2022 face-to-face? Nakaplano na ba kang paano niyo implementar?
And I haven't heard. Medyo mahina yung audio. Ano yun?
Let me read the question again, ma'am.
Okay.
Nano po ang imo mensahe para sa mga mag-enroll yan nga 2022 face-to-face? Nga nakaplano na ba po kam paanano ini i-implementar?
Oh my God. In terms of plans, there are so many plans already. And almost every day there is a meeting regarding this one. Kasi we need to ensure the safety and the health of the students. Kasi we are all so answerable. You know that? We are answerable to whatever happens to the students. We are also liable for whatever happens to the students. Kaya kakuri sa namong kamutangan, ano nga, ang kabataan pa kanhiyon, tapos and yet kami gihap ma-answer. So, kung magkaaroon na, no? Kakuri. So, there's this vaccination program, no? Encouraging everyone, each student, no, should be vaccinated before engaging in the face-to-face classes. That's part of the plan. Then the setting up of the facilities, I said, and the compliance to the safety seal requirements as imposed by the Commission on Higher Education. These are some of the plans. Pero yung sinasabi mo na, what advice will I give, no, to the students who will be engaging in the face-to-face or enrolling in the face-to-face? Prepare yourself physically foremost. Be healthy. That's the first thing that you have to do. Kasi yun ang pinakaunang pangontra natin sa pandemic, sa COVID. You must have a good immune system. Okay? So, ay papay imulawas. Physically, you must be healthy. Second is, you must be ready to face the challenges of the face-to-face in terms of restrictions and requirements. So, there are add-on requirements that have not been imposed in the regular face-to-face classes, which will now be imposed because of the restrictions. So, prepare yourself with that mentally. Okay? Baka magkaroon ng tinatawag na asynchronous classes. And synchronous, hindi lang siya face-to-face, baka blended. Depende na sa approach ng teacher. And then, magre-react ka na, akala ko ba face-to-face? Bakit meron pa kaming gagawin sa online and everything? So, ayan, nagre-reklamo ka, alburuto ka na. You have to prepare yourself for that. Okay? And then, thirdly, of course, intellectually or mentally, prepare yourself. Kasi the university now particularly will be more keen into looking at the students who are really competitive, as I've said. No? So, medyo stiff ang competition, especially na pipiliin lang yung mga bata. And so, you have to prepare for that mentally. I know that there is some sort of genes na tinatawag na intelligence, pero through diligence, no, magtiyaga ka lang, you will still get, no, that kind of knowledge and information kung lagi kang magbabasa, no, you give time yourself to reading, no, and be more open to new ideas, okay, and then review and then read, no, give yourself time to study, and then maybe not maybe, but definitely you will improve yourself. So these are the things that you have to prepare if you will enroll in the university. And of course, be updated. Be updated of the announcements and advisories coming from the university, because most of the announcements are only posted online. So if you are not very much aware of all these things, pag mata mo, waray ka na slot. So please, no, keep yourself on track with all the things that are happening in the university. That's it.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Kat. Yan ang kanina kinsa nga fast talk. First is early bird or
Again, I could not hear you. Sorry.
Let's proceed to fast talk, mom. Early bird or
Fast
night?
talk.
Early bird
Again?
or night owl?
What? Again, sorry. Early bird.
All right, ma'am. Sunset or sunrise?
Sunrise.
coffee or tea?
None. I don't drink tea or coffee. Kasi acidic ako.
All right, ma'am. Beach or pool?
Beach, definitely.
Or dogs?
Ano yun?
Cats or dogs, ma'am?
Ay, dogs. Dogs.
Teaching or lawyering?
Hala, hindi ko na marinig. Sandali ha.
Teaching or lawyering?
Teaching. That's why I did not pursue my bar because I love teaching already.
Favorite movie, ma'am, and cite one valuable lesson from it.
Oh my God, I have so many good movies. Maybe The Little Prince,
Oh yeah, yes, ma'am.
adapted from the book of Saint Exupery, right? Dommenic, you are very familiar with this. Okay, and it says there the most beautiful line. I think it's only the heart that one can see rightly.
Yes,
What is
ma'am.
essential is invisible to the eye.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for reminding us with that beautiful, aphorism coming from the Little Prince.
Yeah.
3 qualities that you possess as a woman.
Oh, as a woman, independent, will-powered, and what else? Progressive.
All right. What qualities you look in a leader? Cite 3.
For our leader, visionary, has moral ascendancy. So that means honest, just, no? And then third is has political will. So these
All
are
right,
the
ma'am.
3, I think, the most important characteristics for me.
One word to describe your life now.
One word only.
You can
Engaging.
elaborate it, ma'am. You can elaborate it.
No elaborations. Engaging.
May da ka
That's
ba,
it.
ma'am, karuyag ig-shout out or ig-promote sa aton program?
I-promote, di rin i-promote, but more of encouraging. Now,
All right.
encouraging the students to, kasi an estudyante, instead of them being the beneficiary of the extension programs, we are encouraging them to get involved and be part of us. No, it's not a beneficiary, but an implementer. So I am encouraging the students to be part of us in the implementation of the different extension programs and projects of the university. Yun ang gusto kong ipahatid na mensahe sa mga bata. But then again, for the entire academic community, I'd like to say that hang in there. Meron ba? Hang in there. Despite all the odds, I know we're facing so much burden now. If you just don't know, but then again, if only we have that kind of passion to our work, then we will really survive. No, we have survived for 2 years already. No? And thankfully, we are now celebrating the Araw ng Kagitingan na nandito tayo buhay. So, for the next 50 years, fight lang muna tayo. Fight pa rin tayo. No? So, and everything else will fall into place.
How about, ma'am, karuyag di mo ig-shout out sini nga
Shout
atong
out!
program?
Sino akong karig i-shout? Kamo, i-shout out na ka. I'm so proud of you, people. I am
Ani mo,
really
ma'am,
so...
mga yes, ma'am. Ani mo mga children?
Oh, dirada sa raya na namamati. At any rate, so kay busy at nga usa sa niya kuan laboratory and face-to-face classes in Manila. So, hi to my daughter, Arcel. I hope you're fine there. And also to my 2 kids. Carl is adto yan na sa kadagatan, adto sa mga kababludan. Jak maro nga sa raya na. I think they're nearing Singapore. So, hi Carl, I hope you're always safe and have that perfect perfect health, not mental health, perfect health. And then also to my daughter, Athena Cara. So I love you all.
Thank you so much,
To
Dr.
my
Catherine
friends, of
Rodriguez.
course.
Yes,
Aramon
ma'am.
Dabarkads. Sara Attorney Nancy, LJ, Virgie, Attorney Shirley, and other Dr. Myra Pilpa. They are my friends now. So hi to all of them. Next time, banding na kitliwat.
On behalf of the new channel Balay Buhay Sama Na-Samar, thank you so much, Dr. Catherine Rodriguez, for taking a time to attend to this program.
Thank you also. My pleasure.
Let's now pause for a break.
Stay tuned, mga ka-TNC. Welcome back, mga ka-TNC. Once again, I am Asher Boso,
And I am Dommenic Maluklok.
and this is Balay.
Buhay Sama Na-Samar. TNC is a live stream platform of online shows for people on the go. Please watch all our shows as seen on screen. Imagine having your own show, your own playlist, your own content, but we make it easier for you. TNC aims to transform the lives of our viewers through engaging, authentic, and original content. Our vision is to become a global 24/7 live stream channel that showcases Filipino talent, global influencers, cultural intelligence, and ingenuity.
This is Balay Buhay Sama Na-Samar every Saturday and Sunday, 5:30 until 6:30 p.m. You can watch live or replay via Facebook or YouTube. Follow us on IG, listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Just search hashtag TNC Now. And for sponsorships, please email at thenewchannel.com or send us a DM. Enjoy these life-changing shows because we made them for you.
And of course, mga ka-TNC, do not forget to like and follow our Facebook partner pages. We have Radyo Natin Kalbayog, Siplat, Say Peace Movement, and of course, Primero EV.
And that's it for today's episode, mga ka-TNC. Always remember, save the day, Saturday and Sunday, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. only here in the official Facebook page of the new channel. And syempre, kaupod yapon kami ni Doms para sa mga exciting pa na episode only here in TNC.
These have been your hosts, Dommenic Maluklok.
And I am Asher Boso, kay sa marunong ka.
Upod na, Balay, Buhay Sama Na-Samar. Thank you so much everyone for watching. See you tomorrow for the next episode.